How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Sunday, April the 27th, 2025. Is your man Big D, and I am back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to support my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I am back with another video, and this video is it's kind of a sad one in that you have women, black women that are coming on these YouTube streets and they are celebrating the death of the late Kevin Samuels. And here's the thing, family, whether you agree with the man or you don't agree with the man, that's fine. But to stoop to the level of celebrating the person's death every year and then going online and being vocal about it, man, family, man, we don't reach the all-time low as a community. We reached the all-time low. And I will venture to say that if as a man, if you are acquainted with the woman, entangled with the woman, or any type of situation, whatever you got going on with a woman, and she is the type that is celebrating this man's passing, you need to watch her because that in and of itself is just pure evil. So, family, let's go on ahead on. I'm gonna go ahead and react to a video that my man MABW dropped, and go over there and check out his channel. Young man is sharp, and he just stay, you know, calling out the bad behavior, and I don't see a problem with it. Hey, he called out men's bad behavior. He don't just harp on the women. He everybody can get it, and I can't disagree with him. But as I said, go over there and check out his stuff, and let's go ahead and get it.
Salute to the MABW team. I'm back with another video. Before I get into this, I want to say something real quick, okay? And condolences to Kevin Samuels, condolences to his friends and family, okay? And whoever rocked with him. But today, your boy MABW, I'm gonna go in. And Kevin Samuels wasn't my friend. He was not someone that I avidly watched. I'm not a stan and I'm not a minion of his, okay? I want to be clear on that before we get into this. Your boy MABW, I came into the space in 2021, okay? So I want to make sure that we're clear on this. We got this chick, the sovereign woman, right? Now, she feels the need to put up this post right here, okay? And I'm trying to figure out for the woman that didn't like Kevin Samuels, this man passed away in 2022. Why is he still living rent free in y'all head? Real question before I go in. Why is he living rent free in y'all head? Y'all didn't like him. Y'all thought he was a problem, but for some reason he's still living rent free in your head. Why is that? Before we go any further into this video, why is he living rent free in y'all head? You know, this is the problem with these women out here. You have men like me. We come into this space and we have women that rock with us. We have some women that don't rock with us. But you actually have some men, black men, that come into the space. They just hold y'all accountable or they say what women won't tell y'all. And then it's a possibility that those men could possibly lose their life. We don't know what from. It just they could possibly lose their life. And y'all make fun of them and y'all mock their death like it can't happen to you. Now, if that happened to you, how do you think your family and friends would feel if we went full throttle on you on YouTube? How do you think they would feel? And y'all got to see some of the disgusting comments her subscribers or her viewers, y'all got to see some of the stuff that they wrote. That man literally cannot take his meat rack My bad. Let me rephrase this. You women, like sovereign women right here, y'all literally will not take that man's meat rack out your mouth even in death. And that's crazy to me. Okay. And this is why I'm about to go in. I'm just one of those true believers that you shouldn't mock anybody's death. Okay. Because the energy that you put out there is the same energy you can get back in life. And I really wonder how you wouldn't feel nothing, but I wonder how your family would feel if everybody started getting on your radical feminist ass if you lost your life.
Family. You have sisters that's every year they are celebrating this man's death. And not only are they celebrating it, but it's like they having get-togethers and parties and whatnot. And let me tell you something. And we wonder why we can't get ahead as a community. We wonder why there's only a few of us that make it in this so-called American dream. Only a few of us. But by and large, the majority have this mindset right here. So, because you didn't agree with what he had to say about women, because he did hold women accountable. I'm not going to say I agree with everything that the man had to say, but I agree with about 90% of it. And there are women that also agree with what he had to say because there are those women out there that speak on men's behalf in support of men. But the problem is that you women won't see even this, and this is how bad we've become. Because even with when women hold other women accountable, the sisterhood won't even go against them that bad. They might call them pick me's and this and that and what have you. But man, when it comes down to a man, ooh, it is nothing but vitriol for us. And the women say, well, it seems like men just hate women. Men just hate women, man. It seems like it's the other way around. It seems like y'all really don't like us all that much. And I'm not gonna say all, because all is a broad word. But when you start talking about the majority, it just seems like the majority just look at men as just a meal ticket, just a meal ticket. So I agree with everything that this young brother's saying.
I wonder how everybody would feel. Now, you got all these women in this space. They're possibly or most likely going to be celebrating the death date of Kevin Samuels. But my thing is, that man is dead and gone. Why y'all won't let him rest? Why y'all won't let that man rest? Let him rest in peace. I can't stand goofy, radical feminist bitches like this one over here that y'all see over here in the corner. I can't stand them for the life of me. And you know what the funny thing is? If she died tomorrow, I'd never talk about her again. Because in my eyes, what's done is done. I said what I had to say to her while she was alive. There will be no need to say anything else about her once she's gone. There will be no need to say anything else about her. And before we go any further, mediocre tutorial and reviews, MTR, O'Shea Do Jackson. That was y'all man's for real, for real. Kevin Samuels wasn't my boy. He wasn't my man. But I do feel what's right is right. Y'all should be going full throttle on this bitch. Real talk. Because y'all definitely have made fun and came at certain men in this space. And I don't got no beef or no problem with y'all. But all I'm trying to say is that was y'all man. And y'all need to dump bricks on this bitch right here. Y'all need to empty the clip on her. Like, if these bitches want to come out and do goofy shit in the celebration of a man that passed away, a black man that was only telling them the truth, if they want to try to go in on that man, y'all need to link up and go in on these goofy bitches. It shouldn't take people like MABW to do it because that wasn't my man. But like I said, I feel what's right is only right, okay? And I think shit like this is uncalled for.
Well, I agree with him 150% because I just saw a video earlier where it was Kevin Samuels in the video, Dennis Sperling, um, the young brother, what's the young brother that he just said his name, Mediocre Tutorials, the real MTR, and also who else was there? The lead attorney was there. Oh yeah, it was they was all hanging out, chilling and whatnot, and looking like they was having a good time, catching the vibe. So I agree with this young brother. He didn't MABW didn't rock with him. So the people that rock with Kevin and he was y'all boy, man. Listen, y'all got to speak on this, man. It shouldn't take people like MABW to come out and speak on something that is right. I mean, it is just it ain't honestly, it really ain't got nothing to do with Kevin Samuels. It's got to do with how do you celebrate someone's death, man. I mean, especially one of us. It's not like it's some white person. This is somebody from our community. And whether you agree with what he had to say or not, man, come on. What happened to the fact that we should be able to agree to disagree? Everybody's not supposed to agree on the same things. That's what makes us individuals. But at the same time, man, you don't develop a hatred for somebody because you and their views on the line. Listen, Kevin Samuels said what he had to say. The women that heard it, they will make adjustments. And the ones that feel like they don't want to adhere to what he had to say, and they think what he had to say was bullshit. Well, keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna keep getting the same result. So there it is. But the fact that you keep getting the same result, no dude ain't picked you, ain't no dude, all dude's trying to do is just blow your bike out. They ain't trying to take you seriously. And the fact of you know that you could probably make some self-improvements, and because you don't want to do that, and because this man called all the self-improvements that you possibly could make that could get you on the right track because he called it out, it's a problem. It's such a problem that you finna celebrate this man's passing. Listen, if that ain't evil, I don't know what it is. And this is what we've come to as a community. This is why we can't win as a community. This is why we can't win as a community because it seems like some of us hate each other.
The man is dead. Why is his meat rack still in your mouth, sovereign woman? Why is it? Why? Why is he living in your head rent free? Why? Because this the same thing that happened to you, excuse me, the same thing that happened to him, it can happen to you tomorrow. Then what? Do you think your family, your friends, your supporters, do you think they would want us making fun of you? I didn't think that you would want them. I didn't think you would want us making fun of you or want them to feel as if, well, once I go away, y'all got to deal with all this smoke that's going to come on YouTube. Like I said, if you passed away tomorrow, I wouldn't make fun of you because what's done is done. It would be no point of me even talking about you, period. But let's get into some of these goofy comments that people wrote, okay? One girl wrote, I honestly stay forgetting him and then laugh all over again when someone mentions him. The way he lived and died was hilarious. The way he lived after I did actually do my research on him, the way he lived, it seemed as if he was only holding women accountable. I believe he started out from when I see some of his old stuff, he started out doing like reviews, telling men how to level up, certain colognes, watches. He was just showing men how to level up, and then it took a shift.
Well, he also held men accountable as well. As a matter of fact, when he started this whole trying to improve our community, he started with the black men. Black guys would call in and he'd give their ass a business. And he would tell them what they needed to hear. Now, perhaps some could consider he was harsh sometimes, but sometimes People don't understand anything but direct, straight to the point. Hey, this is what it is, and that's just what it is. So, my thing is that it's not like that. This dude just started, you know, pointing out the women's bad points. He started on the men first. But I know, but you don't hear no none of the men don't have no disdain for this man. None of the men don't want to see this man, celebrating this man's passing.
Okay, he blew up extra fast. He started holding you women accountable, and y'all didn't like it. See, this is the problem with women. They don't like being told the truth. Okay, they like hearing women like Kendra Sleaze, possibly Bourbon Bougie, uh, Sovereign Woman. They like hearing goofy advice from the Catwoman of the world, the feminist of the world. But when somebody comes in this space and they dominate, especially a black man, and he holds these women accountable, they don't like it. They don't like it. And they don't like a lot of men like me in this space because they don't like that they're being called out for the bullshit that they do. See, the women, they'll gloss over the shit. Men in my space, we don't gloss over this shit unless you're a simp. Unless you're a simp, we don't gotta do this type. We don't gotta simp out or gloss over nothing over here. We gonna tell you the truth. And these bops, they don't like it. One girl wrote, I'll be watching the video of Nosy Ho's coverage of the funeral live stream. I swear, I never laughed so much in my life. It's an annual tradition now. It's an annual tradition to laugh at a black man that was a father, a son,
Mhm.
and like a family member to love. Like it's I would never get this because that's just to me in general. That's just demonic to me. Like I would never mock anybody's death. If I did, I'm gonna do it in my own head. I'm not gonna go online and do it. I'll celebrate, but I don't gotta put it out there. That's if I were to do that. But all in all, I just believe that's corny. I really believe it's corny. One girl wrote,
Crazy.
Bourbon Bougie is having a celebration. I'll be rocking with her, enjoying the day. They're really gonna enjoy that man's death date celebrating because he passed away and he held women accountable. So they were only mad because he held women accountable. One chick wrote, I will never understand black men' love for Kevin Samuels. They act as if the man was Reginald Lewis, Jeff Bezos, or Steve Jobs. To the goofy bitch that wrote that, no. See, black men, whether they had love for Kevin Samuels or not, this is the thing. We understood his message. Even some black women out there, they understood his message. What message has Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, or Reginald Lewis? What message have they given to black men or black women? I'll wait.
You have bird brain ass women, or this bird brain ass woman that's gonna come on these internet streets and try to say black men supposed to look up to Jeff Bezos, basically look up to some white men. Let me tell you something. It's women like you. That's why you will never get selected. That's why all you're gonna ever be is you're gonna be good enough to smash till you're not, because there's gonna come a time that you ain't even gonna be good enough for that. Listen, 100%. I wouldn't tell no brother, big or small, to look up to no to especially from white dudes who ain't done nothing for us. I ain't never seen I ain't never seen Jeff Bezos come to my neighborhood. Ma'am, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You sound like a damn imbecile for saying something like that. And your dumb ass probably got all boys too. You are raising men. as I said, you don't have to you don't okay, you don't agree with the message? Fine. You don't celebrate the message's death. And if the same thing was done to women, you all will be up in arms. Man, this man was somebody's uncle, son, nephew, brother, father. Man, how we get here as a people? How we get here? So black dating then fell off so bad that this is what it's come to now. Now our sisters are celebrating uh, uh another brother's death. And I ain't gonna just say he listen, the man was a successful brother too. It ain't like he was no dusty, ain't like he wasn't practicing what he was preaching. I know.
You're talking about billionaires here. What have they done for black men or black women other than getting you to buy their shit, being hyper consumers like most of you women are? That's why y'all may love those men, because y'all buy everything that they put out there in the media. I mean, in the world to y'all.
Yeah, they buying to the bullshit.
Y'all, because the women are hyper consumers. Of course, y'all love people like Jeff Bezos and Steve Jobs. Because y'all hyper consumers. Men, we don't care. Why would we? Me as a black man, real talk, why would I care about any of those three guys that you named off? What have they done for us? What have they even done for you? What? What have they done for you? That was a stupid comparison. No matter
Very
what you're,
stupid.
no matter if you want to hate him, hate Kevin Samuels or love him, hate him or love him, he gave out a real message. And the message that he gave out was pretty much, you bitches is gonna be held accountable. And if you don't like it, so what? But I'm gonna tell you the truth. And at least he was able to reach a lot of women and tell them the truth before his untimely passing. One girl wrote, I will never forget seeing the notification that he died. It was on my birthday. What a treat. So, what a treat that somebody lost their life. This is what we're dealing with. This is what this is what you're dealing with. All because they didn't like that man. Laughing my ass off, one girl wrote, drinking peppermint tea and catching up on some novels I bought a month ago. Ha ha ha. It's been 3 years already. Time flies when you're having fun. How many of you out there feel it's okay? Let me know in the comment section. Regardless, I don't care if it's your worst enemy. If you were going to do it, would you keep it to yourself, or would you feel the need to make fun of somebody that passed away that you didn't like? Would you feel the need to do that online? And is it fair game if somebody did that to you or your family member? Talk to me.
That is a good question. And the fact is that hell no, the people that's dishing this bullshit out, these keyboard ninjas, these keyboard warriors. My question is, ma'am, are you married? Everybody who leaving all these crazy ass comments, are y'all married? Y'all got dudes in y'all life? And if you do, what is the quality of this person? Because I don't believe a man worth his salt will be with a woman that's gonna celebrate somebody's death. Whether you like the man or didn't, come on, let's come on. This we gotta do better than this.
I just need to know if it's fair game. That's all. One person wrote, I was trying Indian food for the first time when he became maggot food. Good times. They really think it's funny that a man lost his life and they're celebrating. And I'm not saying that the reaction podcasters or the bros got to link up like the Avengers. But what I am going to say is these are the type of women right here that people that were cool with Kevin Samuels, they need to go in on them. Straight just go in on them. Just one time. Just go in on them. Go in on them and let them know that your disrespect won't be tolerated. You ain't got to do a million videos on them, 5 or 4. You don't got to do 3 or 4 of it. Just listen, that shit ain't going to be tolerated. And we going to call you out just because mocking somebody's death it could come back on you. You are a family member tenfold, and that's why I don't do that. I don't mock the dead. I don't make fun of the dead. My worst enemies, I'm not making fun of. I don't care. Like, I'm just minding my business. If you pass away, you pass. If you were my enemy, which I don't have any, thank God. But if you were my enemy and you passed away, what's done is done. I don't. I wouldn't. I would not feel the need to bring you up in my mouth anymore. Period. But for some reason, the bitches like Sovereign Woman, Bourbon Bougie, all these radical feminist chicks, they can't get that man's meat rack out of their mouth. To all those radical feminists out there, how does his meat rack taste? How does it taste in your mouth? How does it taste? And stop letting them live rent free in y'all head. Go get a real life and do something with your time. That was my message for the day, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, family, I'm gonna stop to go ahead and start the video right there. What y'all think about this? Y'all think about these sisters out here just celebrating this man's death? You know, my son dropped a video earlier titled LGBT men claim to treat women better than straight men. It seems that there is a direct attack on masculinity. And now it has gotten so bad that we are celebrating somebody from our communities' death. And then now you got brothers from our community, as demonstrated in my son's video. You got these you know, I ain't quite came up with a term yet, but you know, you got he appears to be a man, but I guess he's fluid. So he seems to think that well, you know what? I don't know what he is, because in one breath he made, you know what I'm saying? He look like he might go hooking up with some chicks, and the next breath he might go hooking up with some dudes. So I don't know what he is. But I do know this. When you have people like this coming on these YouTube streets with this rhetoric saying how, you know, dudes in the community treat women better, man, listen, that is bullshit. As my son stated, it is BS. And that is just another attack on masculinity. But what's so bad about it is happening from the inside. I got a name for him. He a damn double agent. That's what he is. A double damn agent is what he is. So you got all these double agents out there that's spreading this bullshit, and yet another attack on masculine men and another attack on masculinity. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.